Hey everybody, welcome back to the Zim's Video Journal episode 22. And Peace and Love Volume 3 is now out and online for you guys to listen to and download. Let me see if I can just go over some of the nuances of it all. First of all, I'll just talk about it's uploaded to Bandcamp, our Bandcamp page. As of right now, I don't have, I'd like to get it pushed out to put it on CD Baby and then pushed out to the other digital services like iTunes and all that stuff. And as of right now, I don't have the money to do that. So I'm hoping that people like you will go and download it. And it's set up for free. So just go and you can take it, you can download it for free. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that. But if you want to support this and try to help us out, then put down any amount you want. $5, $1, $2, whatever you want for the whole shebang. You can download all the songs on Peace of Love Volume 1, 2, and 3 for any amount you want and help us get this music pushed out to more people. Because like I said before, so many times before, the hardest part about this whole thing is getting it out there, getting people to actually listen to it, getting it in front of people to check out. And so what I did I released it on like last Wednesday. It's been about almost a week, a little less than a week. And I've been, just pushing it out through Facebook and doing that thing. And you know how Facebook these days it's kind of like, they have that whole algorithm thing they use. It's like not everybody sees every post that they follow, people they follow, and like pages they follow. They're really trying to funnel you, it seems like, into paying for distribution through Facebook. Like the pages, when you have a page, they want you to pay for their, what do they call it? Promoting or whatever. I don't know, I forget what they call it, but they want you to pay for it basically to get it out to more people, whereas used to you posted something and everybody saw it that liked that page or is friends with your profile and things like that. So what I did was I emailed every single person in my Facebook lists individually, because you probably already know as well, if you group email people, the moment that people see a group email and if one person responds, the mass exodus could happen. So they didn't even look at your post there or your email. So I just emailed every single person I know on Facebook individually. I did that, and I also did on Instagram. I sent an Instagram message, a direct message to everybody I follow on Instagram. I'm just trying to get it out there, wave my hands around. Most people, it's that, it's kind of that 1% of 1%. It's like there's 1% of the people will actually listen, if actually even take a chance, go for it, see what is going on, and then even 1% of that will actually give it an honest listen. There's like a bunch of people that'll listen to one track, because that's something that happens that I've noticed on the on Bandcamp. See, when you set up your page on Bandcamp, you can see the tracks and how many times it's been listened to and all that thing. So if you post, let's say, your album worth of tracks, you set one song to autoplay or the kind of like the main featured track, and then the rest of them will require people to actually go to them to listen to. And you can see that the main featured track is the one that gets all the listens to, and the other ones don't. So it's like, okay, people are just listening to that one track and maybe, a couple seconds of it and then moving on, which, is interesting. And it's just, it's one of those things as an artist, as what I'm doing, why I'm doing this. I'm like thinking like, man, I just really wish I could get this. I could get people to invest their time a little bit into it and listen to it, and get into it a little bit, go through the tracks. And I noticed as well that nobody, so as of this moment, there's been about 250 listens, and that's not even completely accurate, because the way they divide it up, there's complete listens, there's partial listens, and there's skips, and all those are within that 250. So most of it is partial listens, so it's like halfway through the song or whatever. But it's, it's very ambiguous of what is really going on. You don't really know what's going on, how much people are actually paying attention to it and whatnot. So the thing that I noticed with it is people tend not to go past the first track they listen to, and they are not downloading it. So, which is interesting, and they're not, seeking out, obviously not seeking out. I've been pushing out the Peace and Love Volume 3 the most, but there's Peace and Love Volume 1 and 2 on there that have been remastered and boosted up to to get to a way better sonic place than they were when I released them before. So it's really interesting to me to see that nobody is really listening to the songs. They're just kind of, most people are just tend to just maybe listen to the one track that comes up when they click the link, and then, you know, whatever reason, whatever's going on, I don't know. I always hope that people will, what I want, like I've said before, is I want people to download it, put it on their iPod, put it on whatever, and listen to it in a place where they listen to music. Put it on their headphones, put it in their car. Go to a place where, you know, when you download your favorite, you know, your album, your favorite band's coming out with a song or an album, and you go, I gotta have that. So you have it, and you give it an honest listen. You go like, I want to listen to this because this is my favorite band. That's, you know, I'm hoping that people will give me a little bit of that when they listen to their songs, because because I bet you 9 times out of 10 people are listening to it on like crappy computer speakers or something like that that is not giving it its due justice. I mean, you wouldn't make a judgment on your favorite music if on a computer speaker or something like that. You'd bring it somewhere that you put it on your headphones, or you'd bring it somewhere that you're giving it an honest chance. And that's what I'm hoping that people will do with my music. And so right now it's all on Bandcamp. It's doing that thing. It's all right for now. I'm gonna whenever I can manage to come up with some more money, I'm going to start. I want to buy the materials I need to send out physical copies to the radio stations again. The little the spread of radio stations I found last time. I've already emailed it to a couple people that do kind of email only. Which we'll see what happens. One person responded, one radio station responded, said he'd give it some plays for sure. So that was really cool. And that's what's going on with Peace and Love Volume 3. It's out there for you to listen to. I'll put links on this, the description of this video. So wherever you're watching this video, if you're watching it on Facebook, be sure to click the watch on YouTube and go to the description of this video and find out the links to the songs, and like I already said, hopefully you'll listen, you'll give it all an honest listen and check it all out. I'm really proud of how it turned out. I really feel like it's to a sonic level. I've gotten some feedback from people that said it's the best thing that they've heard from me, and which makes sense because I feel like it's the best thing I've made so far. I'm really proud of how all the songs turned out. Let's see what else. And in that idea of like the recording process, so one thing I'm really happy with where I've come in the ability to record something. Like I feel super confident that I can now write a song and record it myself and present it to a level, to a degree that I feel represents what I can do as a musician and what it's where I want it to be. And at the same time, I've realized that I would much rather not have to do that. It is very hard the amount of, it just fatigues your ears to go through the whole gamut of this thing, going from playing the song, writing it, recording it, mixing it, mastering it, going back, making sure it all sounds right. It's like your ears just get dead to it after a while. So you can't, it's really hard to have an honest, kind of a impression of what's really going on. One of the feedbacks I got from someone that listened to it said they couldn't hear the vocals very well, which, maybe they're right. I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, I know these songs so well that, I wrote them, I sing them, that maybe I hear the vocals different than you hear it. It's like, I did play these songs for some friends, and I got some really great feedback. I mean, people were saying it sounded really good. And I never heard anything when I was doing the initial listening. Nobody said the vocals were too low or anything like that. So I guess, it all depends on where that person might have been listening to it. They might have been listening to it on a computer speaker or something like that. So that might have been playing into it. But it just brings the point of, it made me think about how hard it is to really know what's going on when you're listening to it all the time. The kind of relationship or the kind of idea I thought of with it was like, I have kids, and watching my kids grow, I don't see them grow in the same sense of when you go and your parents or your grandparents see them, or some family friends see them every so often. They're like, oh my gosh, the kids are getting so big, you know, it's like, oh, well, they're just, I don't see that the progression is so slow. It's the same kind of idea where I'm listening to the music, recording it, mixing it, mastering, doing all the stuff. The progression is so slow and the nuances are so minute between each mix and each thing that eventually it's really hard to recognize the difference. And it would be so nice to go into the studio, record the songs, tell the engineer and the producer, this is kind of the idea I want, and they do it, and you come back a few days later, and then you go, oh wow, you hear it with fresh ears, and you go, oh wow, that's what you did. Oh, I like that, I don't like that, and that process can happen over a few times and whatever, you know. And the other thing, it would be really nice to work with a actual producer, somebody else to put their imprint on the sound, which brings me to the other idea. This month, going to be focusing on Peace and Love Volume 4, getting that together, and the goal so far is to go over TJ Barry's house, a friend of ours who's a musician and engineer, has been recording for a long time, and he's going to help us record the next 4 songs. And, you know, hopefully it'll be a little bit of that. I don't know fully how it's going to play out. He said he wanted to go all the way through it with us, which will be great. We'll record there, do the drums and all that, and then I guess I'll go over and record all the other stuff over time and just see how it all plays out. And then he works on Ableton as well, so I'm sure we can go back and forth. Like, I'll probably do some things here in my studio and then go over his studio, and I'm hoping, like, what would be awesome is if he worked on it by himself and had an idea, just made something happen, like another musician was there and said, hey, lay down this track on this song, you know, do this on this song, kind of thing. Something that I had no idea would have happened, and he kind of runs with it. I would love that. That's like one of the goals of mine as a musician, is to get into a situation where I play the songs and then a producer actually does more with it, and it's like, oh my gosh, and, you know, that would be so cool. So I guess that's basically it. I don't know. I just, you know, this is basically, you know, asking you to check out the music. Peace and Love Volume 3, it's online right now. It's on Bandcamp. If you're willing, please support by actually buying the tracks, but you don't have to. Definitely just, I want you to download the tracks. I want you to put them on your iPod. I want you to listen to them. I want you to tell your friends about them if you like them. I want you to do those kind of things. But if you buy the tracks, you'll be helping not only, you know, I kind of have an overencompassing idea. Like, anything I make money off of that's mine, 10% of it goes to charity. I cut off 10%, give it to charity. Right now, the charity I'm focusing on is giving it to Children's Hospital. And honestly, we haven't, since I started the Children's Hospital thing and doing a percentage, we really haven't. There's like $8 going to children. I have in my envelope going to Children's Hospital, because that's basically, you know, we haven't really sold much of anything or done anything like that. In the last year, we've been, you know, recording so much and stuff, and not, you know, haven't got a lot of people buying the music and things like that. And the t-shirts we sold at shows, you know, we've only sold a handful of t-shirts, things like that. But from here on out, you know, 10% of everything we make off the band is going to charity. So 10% of what you pay for this Peace and Love Volume 3, or any of the music that you would buy online, is going to charity. And then also the rest of it is just going straight back into the band, into the music, and is going to help us get it online, onto iTunes and things like that, and to have it digitally distributed so it can be on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon MP3, all those other places, just to be out there. And I'm hoping that with all these releases over time, you know, the fact that more material will be out there, it'll help older material. And, you know, check out Peace and Love Volume 3, but also please go check out Peace and Love Volume 1 and 2, because, they're part of it as well. We're doing this in a little different way. Basically, by the end of the year, it's all going to be one album. But I'm just releasing it in chunks as we work up to it. Just because that's the way I'm doing it. I'm doing it all myself. It's all DIY. It's all do-it-yourself style. As I'm sure you know, but I think that's something that's missed by a lot of people as well. It's like, everything you hear is, there's no, commercial, there's no professional studio doing this stuff. This is all right here in this closet studio. Is 90% of everything, the sounds that were made were done right here. So yeah. I just remember too, I wanted to thank I'll just do a blanket statement. I'm thanking everybody that was involved with Peace and Love Volume 3. I had a bunch of friends. If you go to the Facebook page, go to the, I'll link that as well. The Zim, the Facebook / the Zim Arock. and go there, and you know, you'll see who was involved with this. Go to the Bandcamp page, and all the credits are in there. Had a whole bunch of people help out with these recordings and Peace and Love Volume 1 and 2. And it's like, couldn't have done it without them, and it's pretty amazing to have, you know, a network of musicians, and I'm looking forward to see who I can bring aboard on Peace and Love Volume 4, get those songs going. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching, and download the music, download the music, download the music. That's what I want you to do. Go to Bandcamp, our Bandcamp page, and download the songs, and put it on your iPod, crank it up in your car, you know, just, you know, rock it out. You know, give it an honest listen. All right, thanks so much. This is the Zim's Video Journal, episode 22. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.